Yo, what's up? What's cracking? What's going on? How you doing this evening? It's your boy. Hey, yo, it's this house. Got it, man, for him. And the Prophet de jour. How y'all doing, man? Welcome to Thailand TV. Checking my image. Got a little lines, man. I just took my thing off, man. Just got freshened up real quick. Just had somebody do me real quick. You know what I'm saying? A little woody woo, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But just real quick. So, you know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing on a Monday? Fun day. You know how it is. Just here to give you a little relief. You know what I'm saying? From your Monday blues. Um, Especially all the people in the rat race. You know what I'm saying? Give you a little something. Talk about, you know how I do on Thailand TV, man. You know, I pop off, man. I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I come at you. I give you information, and um, you know, if you listen to it, blessings, and if you don't, it ain't meant for you. You know what I'm saying? That's how we gonna do that there. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me see here. Hold on, let me adjust my mic. I was checking my volume on my show last time. I felt I was a little bit low. So hopefully I'm bringing it to y'all the right way right now. You know what I'm saying? So what's up? What's going down, man? How everybody doing this evening? Monday popping off. This is my show, my sports show. You know how I do. You know how I'm into it, man. You know how I love about my sports, man. Especially this time of year because this is basketball time of the year. This is March Madness time. I told y'all last episode. So you know what the theme is. You know how we popping off, man. It's that time of the year, man. It's one and done time. You know what I mean? So it's one and done. It's grits, man. This is what it's all for right here. This period of time right here. Um, you know what I'm saying? This. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. This is a period of time when people be like, "Well, you see tears." You know what I'm saying? When you see tears of your toughest player, man. You know what I mean? So, what a good time. What a good time. What a good time of the year, man. It's been 60 degrees yesterday in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's not from here, man, hey, anybody that's from here, y'all know what it means when I'm saying that. But, man, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, it's supposed to snow in 2 days. It's supposed to snow in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Why we live here, I don't know. But, man, shout out to everybody in Minnesota with that weather doing it to us like this. And plus, our Minnesota sports are cracking off right now with the high school and state time right now. You know what I'm saying? That run for state. You know what I'm saying? Everybody cracking off. You know, I got to be biased. I got to have my biases. But, you know, class 2026 at Apple Valley, you know what I'm saying? They doing their thing right now. They on the run. They hold it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, come check us out. Come check them out on Thursday. Let them boys show y'all how to play basketball on Thursday at Egan, 7 p.m. Cracking off over there. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see some good basketball, man. If your son ain't doing something right or watching something right now, you shouldn't have no reason not to come and check us out over at Egan High School on Thursday. You know, and it's that time of the year right now, man. It's calculating, man. Let's go ahead and stay on the high school boys, man, real quick. But man, it's gonna be some good matchups, man. Um, I'm looking at, let's see here. Wayzata ain't got to play tomorrow. That should be a good game. Hopkins in Buffalo. That should be a good game, dude. I peeked out. I watched Buffalo. I watched 2 games that Buffalo played. I watched them play against Washburn, and then there was another game I watched them play against. So somebody that we was playing, Apple Valley was playing against, so I was watching them. And Man, they play some basketball, bro. They play some good basketball, man. And Hopkins, they gonna have a run for them, man, because those guys can play. But Hopkins got that boy, you know what I'm saying? Got that dog on there, man. Man, he might be running away with the award too, but he over there doing it on a different level over there at Hopkins. So, um, yeah, man, it's gonna be some good matchups, dude. Especially in our section. Um, that's a clash. You know what I'm saying? That's a clash of the Titans right there, man. Apple Valley versus Egan. Um, oh, in section one, Lakeville South is matched up with Farmington. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta knock each other out to go to the thing. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm talking about. Like that's what this time period right now be doing, man. Like it's crazy. Prior Lake and Chaska, I think they neighbors too. I think they neighbors. Ain't they neighbors? But that's what I'm talking about, man. These sections be crazy than us and Egan. And then Tartan and Creekdale Hawk. Man, come on, dog. You can't set up for no better Minnesota high school basketball going on right now, dog. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's a good game too. I think that's a pretty good game too. Um, who? That's gonna be a good game, man. Yeah. Wow, that's a pretty good game because whoever come out of that, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be like probably like sitting committee gonna love that. Maple Grove and Osseo. Tied. Um, Alexandria and Elk River. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But come check out that 3A. Come check out that section 3, man. 4A, man. 4A section 3, man. That Egan Apple Valley game on Thursday, man. If you ain't popping off, man, come through, man. Show the boys some love, man. Minnesota basketball cracking off, man. So I've been promoting Minnesota basketball since I was living in Cali. So and just even being able to foresee the talented group of kids that was gonna come out of 2026, man. I just, you know what I'm saying? You know me, man. I pop my own shit, man. I took my own horn, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty proud of myself for being able to see all the talent that was gonna come out of 2026. You know what I mean? Having that ability to be able to see stuff like that, man. You might want to listen to it if it's telling you something. You know what I mean? If you do, blessings. If not, it ain't good for you, man. Pass it on to somebody that want to hear about it, man. They talk about that boy Wimby, bro. That boy Wimby, bro. Says if he had muscles on Wimby like Giannis, he would basically be Wilt Chamberlain. I said, man, you know what? That is a true statement, bro. Like I'm a real factual person. Like I go off straight facts. Um, and that's a fact. That's a fact. The way Wimby played and what I've heard about Wilt and seen in clips, whether those clips are real or not, but what I've seen with the dude, like what I've seen the dude, you know what I'm saying? Like you put him on a basketball court and do anything, that's where basically Wimby is. Just give him that strength too. Yeah, because he already doing it now. Like I've always told people this. I've always seen combine um, updates, and I remember Steph Curry. I remember Kevin Durant. I remember they couldn't really even lift the bar up when they were doing lifts, when they were just lifting weights. They couldn't even lift the bar. You know what I'm saying? But two of the best shooters in the league in the history of the game. That's crazy, right? So that always taught me that when it came, especially when it came to the NBA, you know what I'm saying, at the highest level of basketball. To play basketball, you don't have to always be like the strongest person. You can get away with being, you know what I'm saying, finesse, you know what I'm saying, and smooth with your shit. And Wimby is like 7'6", and smooth with his shit. And you know what I'm saying? Be standing there. Like he's smart, bro. Like he's standing there and block. Like he ain't like, trying to block shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he's standing there. If you ain't taller than him, you gotta jump up to him. You putting the ball up to his head. He cool, all right. He ain't gotta jump, but he's smart not to jump. That's the point. That is the point. Because probably getting, you know, especially say Shea, Bubble Man Shea, Bubble Boy. You know what I'm saying? To be able to just stand up on a guy like that, it'd be more beneficial, especially with what's going on with all these foul calls for Shea. So he go, but Shea's smart though. Like people don't understand that part of the game because it is part of the game, and to be able to master every part of the game makes you a better player. So if that's part of the game, to be able to master it is part of the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how much people hate it. That's part of the game too. You know what I'm saying? I always told people, I always told my son too. If you ain't have no haters, if you don't have no haters, he ain't doing something. I seen a post talking about 28 years ago. The Sixers were the last NBA team to play a game and not attempt a 3-point shot, and they won 87-80. Meaning it can be done. A lot of defense, you know what I'm saying? But has a picture of Allen in there, so you know what I'm saying. Allen, you already know Allen. You already know Allen Iverson was doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? But he was a mid-range king though. He pull up on you. He one dribble pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? And didn't he wasn't a player who relied on a 3-point shot. He could hit it if he needed to, but he didn't rely on it. He pulled up on you, and then if you slept on him, he might dunk on you. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a little dude, like you know what I'm saying? Like if you slept on him, he might go ahead and just you know what I'm saying, hang on the rim on your nuts on your shoulder type stuff, right? No, for real. You know what I'm saying? And to accomplish a feat like that is telling in the fact of the game of basketball that it can be done. You know, you don't have to live and die by the three. You know what I'm saying? Yes, use it as an accessory, especially if you got 3-point shooters like that, you know, like Steph Curry, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been the type of person, if you can shoot, like, it didn't matter, too, at what level, age level, like a coach. If you can shoot the three, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. You know what I mean? Just think about time and circumstances. You know what I mean? What's going on with the game, where we're at. Are you having a good night? You know what I'm saying? You having a bad night? I mean, sure, I got no problem with you launching them, but there's a game in history where the team won and didn't shoot any threes. So I don't know about the other team, but one team didn't. Kelvin Sampson has a quote. He says, I don't treat every player the same, but I hold every player to the same standard. Everyone has a different role, but everyone's status on the team is the same. That's how culture is built. I think that's very important because I had a conversation one time where I told someone about, I don't treat any player differently. And I think this is more detailed and accurate of what I was trying to say. I hold everybody to the same standard. I mean, but yes, you know what I'm saying? Some kids need to be, you know what I'm saying, talked to calmly. Some kids can take that aggressiveness and assertiveness, right? But you got to figure that out. The point I think I was trying to get across is that there is a standard, and all of them have that standard. So when any of them don't meet the standard, the same thing needs to happen, right? But overall, in dealing with and conversations with, you do tone it towards what that person is and able to handle, you know. But that's an important thing, especially as far as culture wise, is because what you do is, as long as you have the same standard for everybody, you earn the respect. And I think for me as a coach, why I feel like it makes me such a good coach is because I have that same standard, and I don't shortchange it for anybody, for no kids. I don't shortchange it for the kids, and they all know that. So, and they all get that impression. It builds the respect, and I'm not in it for you to like me. You know what I'm saying? Which, I mean, it's great, and I'll take that. And you got to hear what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in it for you to like me. I'm in it to make you better. You know what I'm saying? And to do that, you have to respect me. You know what I'm saying? Not like me. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people you like, but you don't respect, or you don't listen to them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're going to listen to somebody you respect, and I want that respect, and I demand that respect, and that's a standard. And like, I mean, my class of 2026 guys, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to have long conversations about what I'm trying to tell them. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when I was coaching, you know what I'm saying? It got to a point like that. But that's the thing, kids, people don't understand. I'm 9 years deep in with those guys. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was already having conversations and breaking them down when they were younger. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think, you know what I'm saying, especially with last year with my JV team, it was difficult for them to understand it because they were getting what I gave them, my boys, 9 years ago, you know what I'm saying, 6 years ago for the football guys, you know what I'm saying? So it's just about an understanding, like I said, and a respect level from the standpoint of them understanding, okay, he set a standard for all of us, right? And not one person can deviate from that standard. That's where the problem comes in at. That's where the culture gets built when you hold the people to different standards. So like so and so has to go harder than so and so because you like so and so more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Thailand TV, boy, everybody gets shots around here, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it is in that culture, right? And that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That does not work because what it does is it builds problems with the other players. But if all the players know that you hold everybody to the same standard, your best player gets held to the same standard as the person that doesn't play that much. They all get held to the same standard. You're going to get more respect from the ones that don't play that much. That's the problem. People aren't getting respect from the ones that are not playing that much. And not only that, but I've told you in my other show, players and kids are falling through the cracks because of that. So you got good kids that just honestly didn't get a chance to do anything, and then they go somewhere else and finally get a chance to do something. And everybody's like, "Whoa, I'm surprised." Well, why weren't you able to see that when they were in your program? Why weren't you able to pull that out? Because of the fact you did not hold everybody to the same standard. That's the most important thing. I think that's what I was trying to really get across. But yes, I do understand it takes a little bit of different needs, backgrounds, needs, um, um, language barriers, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That causes you to have to just interact with them differently. Yes, I get that. But you got to hold them all to the same standard, man. You got to demand the best and the most out of them all. Kobe, quote from Kobe. I don't think I did this last time. If you're going to be a leader, you're not going to please everybody. You got to hold people accountable, even if you have that moment of being uncomfortable. And I speak about this all the time. You have to have those uncomfortable moments. And I think the biggest uncomfortable moment is telling somebody when they're doing something wrong. That's the biggest uncomfortable moment. That is the biggest uncomfortable moment. And there's got to be a time and a place for you to have that conversation. And the problem is that when you have those conversations in the right time in the right place, it's not a lot of times it's not received well. So you have to figure out a way to say, okay, who we rolling with? You know what I'm saying? Does your idea work? You know what I'm saying? Or does my idea work? I'll just like I said, I'll just be saying stuff, man. If you listen to it, blessings. If you don't, it wasn't meant for you. But for real, okay, so if we do it the way you're suggesting, does it work? You know what I'm saying? No. Well then, how about we do it the way I'm suggesting? Because I can show you that it works. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hey, you ain't got to be arrogant in this, but man, like I said, man, sometimes I'm just giving out information, man. So if you take it, once again, blessings. If not, it wasn't meant for you. Yeah, man, it's crazy out here though, man. The world is going crazy, man. See the post saying the U.S. gives Israel more than $10 billion every day, and Israel has free health care and free college, but the USA doesn't because it says the USA can't afford it. I told you I seen a movie. Yes, I can. I told you I seen a video. One night I was up late watching one of those infomercials that used to come on. Man, y'all know I'm talking about. I'm old school, man. It was an infomercial. That's why I'm telling you, this is why it's gone. The infomercial was this dude, man. It was late at night, man. It was like had to be like 2, 3 in the morning. This dude came on and he had the little suit with the little like a little Joker suit on with the little green with the little question. No, he had money on his. He didn't. It was green, but it had like money sign, dollar signs on his. And he walking around. Hey, need some free money. Need some free money for college. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo. And he said, I told you, he said about the $44 billion a year that the government gets for free college. And that was, like I said, I'm thinking, I think I told y'all this head up before, man. I think it was like 2007. No, this had to be like 2003, 2004. Yeah, so I think this is like before I left for Cali when I was seeing this stuff. So we're thinking about right after 2000s, man. They were talking about that thing, 40,000, 40 million. Inflation, you know how much that's worth now. And that's the thing about the government that's so crazy when it comes to this NIL stuff. They know what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like this giving money back to the youth is a plan, man. So I still believe in getting educated with all the NIL stuff going on. I'm going to talk a little bit about it in subject tonight of what our main subject of the evening is. I'll get in a little bit more into NIL and that will be involved in it. But still, just the point I'm trying to make, you know what I'm saying? Because it has to do with all the sports and these young people that are chasing this money. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know me, I'm a big advocate of young kids getting their money. I believe all in it. Go get it. Get as much as you can because they got a lot of it out here. Basically, and that's the point that I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Get these young people to get out here, man, and get on their grind and get on their game and go out here and get as much money as they can from these people, dude. Yeah. But yeah, man. Come out, man. Check us out, boy. This Apple Valley boys is balling. They doing their thing, man. Pretty proud of them, man. They finna go ahead and do it again. And hopefully on another level. You know, we did like hopefully on another level like we did last year. But tonight we're gonna talk about getting in where you fit in. Old school saying, man. I'm spitting old school saying to the young folk, man, to the young people, man, the people that don't know, man. But you gotta get in where you fit in, man. You gotta get in where you fit in, man. First, in terms of that, want to address he said, she said shit. Gotta address that because that should be getting out of hand, bro. That should be getting out of hand, man. First thing about that is you got to ask yourself two questions. This is the first thing. This really, because I know people talk about he said, she said, but it's there. You know, especially in sports and dealing with, you know what I'm saying, families, coaching, all that, right? It comes all into play, right? So the first thing you have to do is you got to ask yourself two questions. Is the person that they talking about known for lying? Has the person ever lied to you? Okay. Okay. Then the second question is the person that's talking about that person ever lied to you? Huh. Really, that should solve the whole problem right there. I mean, that's honestly, I mean, if you just look at it real, you like look at, okay, the person that they're talking about, that person ever lied to me. Okay. So is the person that's telling me the story about the person, did they ever lie to you about something? Okay. Then that's it. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, some people just be in that mess and stuff like that. And that's not, you know, I mean, that's not a knock on anybody, but I think it just breeds for, we're talking about cultures here. We're talking about how to have your organizations good. We're talking about making sure people enjoy what's going on, even though it may not be in their favor. They're still enjoying what's going on, and once you get people back onto that mindset, you can have a good program. And you gotta really feel like as players, where you want to be, where you want to be at in life. Be honest with yourself. Where do you want to be at in life? Where do you want to go? Right. You get a lot of the young people talking about they want to go NBA. I mean, even just in the realm of saying that they want to play professional basketball, professional sports. How do you do that? Right? How do you get there? But the most important thing I think a lot of young people got to understand is in order to get in there, you have to figure out what are they doing at that level? Like, what are they doing at that level? Like, what the people at that level, what are they doing? Like, when you go, especially when you young people go to college visits and stuff like that, you go. So, I mean, sometimes they set it all up, but still, they be like people in the weight room, people on the field, on the practice field, working on sets and all this kind of stuff. They in the weight room getting weights up. You see them doing this, right? Every once in a while, they run a practice. You see how they do that. Okay, bet. You go to the games. You know what I'm saying? You watch the games. You see what they're doing at that level. And the biggest issue is that you should already be doing what they're doing at that level. I tell my young people this. My JV guys remember this. I told them. I said, look, you guys are sophomores right now. I said, but you shouldn't have a sophomore mindset. I said, you're going to be juniors. I said, you should already be playing like a junior. You should not be here playing like a sophomore, trying to get ready to play like a junior So that way in the offseason you come back in and you're trying to still struggle and trying to be playing like a junior. You should be seeing how juniors play. You should be like, all right, my game should at least be like that. Just like if you're going to be in college, what college are you planning to go to? Okay, how do they play? All right, that's how they play. Then I got to get my game to that level now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole point of why people colleges are going out and getting ex pros or people that have been in the transfer portal, right? Because these guys have years of playing at that level already. Not only is when they invest in a high school kid, they got to retrain them, break them down. So that means your mindset should already be like, okay, I want to go to this place. Okay, I got to play like they play. I want to go to college. I want to go to D1. I want to go to. I got to play like how they play. Now, you know what I'm saying? Because that's when coaches come in and see, then they can be like, all right, he already plays how we need somebody to play. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he got them other attributes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, and in order to get there, you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to get called out. You can't be afraid to get called out. It's one of the toughest tools in life that you could ever learn as a young person is being called out. You want that. Even as small as being in when I'm working at middle school, I tell young people, man, you getting called out. That teacher knows you, dude. They knows your name. Teacher be like so and so, like oh, they're comfortable calling your name all the time. You got the spotlight, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if you want the spotlight, you have to be able to take the spotlight. And that's just me. I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? People always talk about basically positive reinforcement, right? Because everybody be positive, be positive. What happens when positive isn't working? You just keep being positive until it stops working. That's the thing that kills me is a lot of people they'll be positive, right? And they'll go on a losing streak. And then they'll keep being positive, and then they'll win. And they think that the being positive helped them win. You just was on a losing streak while you were being positive. You just finally got out of it or ran into a competition that was easy for you to look like you got out of it. But you got to be positive. And I get it. There's nothing wrong with it. But what do you do when positive doesn't work? Like I said, if you're being positive, you go on a win streak, positive isn't working. I'm the type of person where I'm trying to figure out the problem already before the first loss. So if we lose, okay, I'm still mimicking, figuring out the problem. So that way, the second time we play, all right, look, we ain't gonna do that. We got rebounding problems. We working on rebounds. And I told my kids one time before. I remember I told my kids one time. I said, hey, we got out rebounded last game. I said, look, I don't even care if we lose this. We're gonna make sure we get more rebounds than them. That's it. I said, I don't care what the outcome is. I don't care what the score is, but we gonna get more rebounds than them, and we sure did. We got more rebounds than them, and I don't think we lost. Matter of fact, I think we came back. I think we were down 12. I think it was Eastview at our house. We were down 12 at half because last game they was out rebounding. They was killing us. And then and I was like, yo, nah, this ain't gonna crack off. Or no, it was the game before that we got out rebounded. I think it was against Farmington. Farmington had a big boy. The next game was Egan at the crib. Boy, we were down 12, man. We out rebounded them dudes, man. We came back and won that game by like 15 or something, man. But it was just one of those type of things where you have to let kids know this is what you're doing wrong, and we're going to work on that. We're going to work on what you're doing wrong because we have to. We can't let them blow by. We can't let them blow by because they're not going to be able to They're not going to be able to fit in anywhere because they're going to be around kids that are already doing that stuff, and then they got to learn how to do what they're doing, then catch up to what they're doing. And I get it; it can be done. But in the amount of time that coaches have to wait for it to be done, that's why they're choosing to go to transfer portal or the pros, you know. And young people, be honest. What are you asking for? What do you want? Speak, be vocal. I want this. You know, some players that don't get a lot of time. Okay, well, I still want to be recognized. I still want to feel part of the team. I still want to feel like people like me here. You know what I'm saying? Like, be vocal about what you want. I know you're not going to play me a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every once in a while when we're down 15 with 2 minutes to go, can I get in the game? Be vocal about it. You know what I'm saying? I think that moment shows two things. It shows maturity for the young person, but it also shows where the program is with you. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're willing to make adjustments for you, especially after you've been so proactive to come at them, then that shows that they care about you. I'm just being, hey, you know me, I'm being on both sides, man. I'm an Angels advocate. I be on all sides for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody play a part of it. I can't make everybody happy, but I can speak on behalf for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying, and make them feel at ease for somebody that really understands what they want. Because we got an epidemic of players leaving. You know, we touch something I touch on a little bit later after the season's over, but we got an epidemic, man, of players leaving, man, all over the place, man. Kids moving around, transfer, even as far as AAU, switching teams. You know, I've known people that have been in like 8 AAU teams. You know what I'm just saying, dog. I don't know. I'm just saying to be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is, bro. I get it. I get the game, man. The AAU is where it's at, especially right now. All this money popping off in that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You got to be factual. You can't live in should be land. You got to live in reality land. So, and that AAU stuff is here, man. And players be moving around, players be leaving, man. Players be leaving the programs, the high school programs be losing a lot of players. Um, you know, um, but with all the moving, man, I'm really proud of a lot of kids. I got to see a lot of kids finally getting some love. My boy Kavari finally got some good playing time to get out there and do what he would do. Josiah, um, you know. Uh, my son. You know what I'm saying? And just a lot of people, man, just doing their thing right now in Minnesota, dude. These young guys are really balling. Um, and I think that some of these guys are going to get what they just deserve because of how great they've been playing, next level playing. There's been a lot of kids that have like really, really, really. I've just been watching that have been actually playing like next level type basketball. What I'm talking about, whatever that they're doing at that next level, they're doing on the high school floor. So, and that's the thing about what the coaches want to see when they come see you, man. And that's all I do is try to spread that word, man. I try to spread that word. My policy, man, my motto, man. If you listen to it, blessings. If you don't, it wasn't meant for you. So, like, all I do is try to spit game about stuff that needs to happen on the court. I spit game to players about what they need to get better at. And what I ask is um, I've given an example about this before. I've talked about this with one of my players before, Jakai Holly. And one thing that I loved about him was I use this as an example all the time. Like when I would tell him to go do something, I need you to get more rebounds. He'd be like, okay, coach. I'd be like, Jakai, I need you to take it to the basket. Okay, coach. Okay, Jakai, I need you to move the ball. Okay, coach. I need you to get deep that I need you to defend that guy, get up in him. You know what I'm saying? Okay, coach. And that type of conversation is where coaching and player needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of kids don't get that, and I understand it, but that's where it should be. Because if it's like that, that's going to be the ultimate exchange as far as what you get from your coach, because they'll be able to trust you more. You know what I'm saying? And because you're showing the ability to go ahead and apply what I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking to take away anything. I'm asking to give more. And there's nothing wrong with asking somebody to give more, man. Because man, these players moving teams, bro. And if you don't make them happy in some way or another, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to stand on your standards, bro. You got to hold the standards. You got to stand on it and just deal with that, especially with the college man. I feel for everybody in college right now because with all this NIL game going on, man, all this money being thrown around, it's a lot difficult. That's why I tell you all the time. That's why the big names left, Coach K, Roy Williams. That's why they all left, man, because they were like, yo, this behind, man, you can't build no relationships, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody there for 1 year, shoot, somebody there for 6 months. You missed the tournament, boom, they out. They had IL for $3 million. You know what I'm saying? But that's the life of the NIL game. That's the one thing about the Pandora's box. My saying about that situation. And that's one thing about it too. You gotta compete with who can pay. You know what I mean? I mean, whoever can pay the most can get the best players. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, because a lot of kids, that's what they in there. They came to, get mom and dad a house, man, get the whole family off, man. And you got $1 million for them to go. get while they play basketball. I mean, you can't knock a player's hustle ever. Can't knock a player's hustle ever, 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 ever. So, I totally get it, man. But to be at that level to demand that money, man, you gotta be ready, man. You gotta be ready, man. You gotta stay ready, man. So you ain't gotta get ready, man. You gotta be ready, dude. You gotta be at that level, bro. Whatever level you want to get to, you gotta be at that level. You gotta see what these people out here doing, and you can't get mad at it. You can't get mad at it because my thing about it is this: you young people, what are you asking for, right? I said that earlier. What are you asking for? So if you asking to go to the D1, why are you clowning somebody that's telling you how to get to D1? Why are you clowning somebody who's telling you, yo, your game needs to step up? Your effort's weak. I need you to be more aggressive. I need you to go get that thing. Every time that ball's in the air, it's yours. Why are you getting mad at somebody telling you that? This is what I don't understand, world. This is what we rewired our kids to think. That somebody that's telling them, nah, I need more from you. That's not enough. I need more. That's not enough. I need more. That's not enough. I need more is a bad person. And that's cool. And that's cool. And that's cool. Because when you get people that get everything, gotten everything, don't want to give 100% effort. Then you get guys that don't get nothing from nobody. And not only don't get nothing from nobody, been pushed down. Still rise. Still do his thing. Only way that happens is because the young man's been listening to me for 18 years of his life. I mean, this is the things that he moved on a different realm, man. He moves on a different realm, man. He do. I mean, I love my son, bro. I'm up. Who? You ain't gonna talk about yours? You gonna let somebody over talk you about yours? So then why on me? Because I love it. I watched this dude, man. This dude, I asked this dude a question one time. I said, why you ain't get a ball to so? Well, because right before this happened, so I felt like they weren't even ready for it yet. I was like, that was a very intelligent answer. And then I'd be watching him. I'd be watching the tape, man. I'd be watching the film. I'd be watching his eyes. His eyes be looking here, be looking there. He see him go there. Then he'd be like, all right. And then he like, bet. And then he'll take 1-2 dribbles, fake, drop. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude on a different realm, bro. He on a different realm. Only because he listened to me for 18 years of his life. That's the only commonality in it. Unless somebody else is going to be like, because I know he's one of the best defensive players in the state. His defensive sliding is elite level. I posted a video of him doing defensive slides down a hill. You know what I'm saying? I showed him doing defensive slides down a hill. So nobody can claim, oh, we made him into a defensive player. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm telling you something, and I know what they want to see, bro. I know what they want to see. I know what they want to see. They want to see everything. One of the biggest things I ever told my son, I told my team this last year, is that you got to do more things good than you do bad. And the reason why I tell Keys that is because you're going to do bad things. We all do. It's innate in us. It's innate in us to make mistakes. It's innate. But as long as you're trying and striving to do more things good than what you do bad, you have a good day. You have a good game. And that's what my dude do. Like, he'll make a mistake, but he'll go back there and get that block. He'll go back there and get that steal. He'll dive in there for a rebound. He'll miss a shot. He'll get back on the defense and get that charge call. Your level of eliteness has to be, I spoke about this before, you got to play out of character. That's what the next level wants. The next level wants to see you play out of character. The next level wants to see you the rebound. You're on this side. The rim's right here. The rim's right here. You're on this side of the rim. The ball hits and goes this way. They want to see you go get that rebound. That's what they want to see. And for a man who's been around pros, right? Yes, I played my 1 year in semi-pro. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everybody you want to hate, whatever, blah, blah, skippy. Nigga, I busted heads, okay? All right? That's it. But my brother went to the league. You know, and as someone who's been around people that have gotten better every time they with me, I know what it's like to make people get better. I've been around too many people lately that are either letting kids stay the same or they're making kids regress. And I'd be a fool to allow my kids, any kids, go through that. No, I'll be doing a disservice to these young people if I allow people to do that. Nah, I'm the call out king. Because I want to get you better. I want to get you to where you want to be. That's all I want to do. When the young people tell me we want to win, that's why I be so cracking up about adults, parents, and coaches, some coaches. I sit down and have conversations with these young people. Yeah, you starting to do it now. They starting to do it now because they learned from me. They learned from me. Now they're doing it in a rush mode now. You know, now they're doing it in a rush mode. They're doing everything I said to do in a rush mode now. Now they're rushing to it. Which is cool. Go ahead. Take your time. You got a little time. You know what I mean? And people are starting to realize, yeah, wait a minute. What has my son gotten better at? When your player was with me, what did he get better at? You got to realize, man, especially when people try to tear apart the community of the families. You know, we ain't got to hang out with each other. We ain't got to like each other every day. But one thing is our kids play with each other. We got to make sure that they play with each other. Because that's the only way that they're going to be best as a team. And what that does is, like I said, when colleges come to see that, they see that, then they like, I ain't got to teach them that. I ain't got to teach them how to play with each other, man. Come on, man. How? Like I pop. That's another reason why I'm believing that he say, she say shit, man, because I pop off. I'm the loudest motherfucker in the room, bro. I'm the loudest person in the gym, bro. I'm the loudest person in the gym. Ain't nobody ever got to tell you, he say, she say about me. I'm the loudest person in the gym. That's me. You know what I'm saying? But hey, y'all do what y'all do, man. All I want to do is teach my young folks how to get in where they fit in. You know what I'm saying? Figure out where you want to be in life, young people. Figure out a roadmap to get there. Take as many and as much advice as you can from as many people as you can. And then figure out your own way. But it's one love, man. It's your boy, man. I'm gonna get off tonight, man. I'm gonna do another early show for y'all tonight. Stay out of your ear, man. Let me stay out of your way. Stay out of your lanes. I'm in my own lane. Stay out of mine. Let's keep rolling, man. Come and check out the boys, man, on Thursday, man. It's gonna be a wild one, man, because I know these Egan boys been planning for this for the last 4 years, man. I keep watching old runs of Apple Valley versus Egan in the playoffs the last few years, and yeah, they've been planning for this. So we're gonna come out and do our thing. We come out and do our thing, man. We let it fly. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody keep up with us, but we'll see what happens. So please come out and support them on Thursday. I'll be in the house. I'll be loud as I usually am. I love y'all, man. Blessings to everybody. And like I say, man, my motto, bro, if you listen to this, blessings, man. Blessings to you. If you don't, it's not meant for you. I love each and every one of y'all, man. That's on the God. Have a good night. Blessings to y'all. See y'all Thursday. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about love. I'll let your boy, man. I'm about here, man. Good night.